block elements. Unless you remember and understand this concept thoroughly, it will be difficult for you to predict the trend in the chemical reactivity and other physical and chemical properties of all the elements in the P block, all the group 15, 16, 17 and 18 elements. Okay, so what is inert pair effect? The NS2 electrons present in the valence shell of the P block elements are inert. That means they do not react, or you can say that they are reluctant to react. This property is called as the inert pair effect. Okay, normally they do not react. Now, why they do not react? They do not react because of shielding or screening effect. What is shielding or screening effect? The attraction of the outermost electron by the nucleus is prevented by the electrons present in the penultimate shell. This prevention is called as the shielding or screening. Okay, when the screening or shielding is very high, that means nucleus cannot attract this electron, therefore it is free to go, and therefore the ionization enthalpy for this will be less, and so on. Other aspects of this free removal will be attributed to this strong shielding. Now, orbital shielding, how the orbital shielding will be? The orbital shielding will be in this order. That is, S orbital will have the maximum shielding and F orbital will have the lowest shielding. The P orbital, D orbital and F orbital have got less shielding than S orbital because of their diffused shape in nature. If you remember the shape of P orbital, D orbital and F orbital you might not have seen. P and D, if you see, it will be like a dumbbell shaped and it is diffused. That is why they have less screening effect comparative to the S orbital. And just to understand the concept of screening, if you want to compare the screening effect of 1s orbital and 2s orbital, 2s will have a stronger screening or shielding effect than 1s, because as the n value increases, shielding effect increases. Similarly, if you take two different orbitals of the same shell, say in the fourth shell, if you take 4s orbital and in 4p orbital, as I told you before, S orbital will have more shielding than the P orbital. Therefore, 4s will have a greater shielding effect than 4p. Okay, and so on. So this is what we call it as the inert pair effect. Now, based on this inert pair effect, we come to two types of conclusion. That is, the lower oxidation state and higher oxidation state stability. The lower oxidation state stability increases down the group and the higher oxidation state stability decreases down the group. So what does it mean? It means you have to find, yesterday in the previous class I told you how to find out the lowest oxidation state and highest oxidation state. I suppose you remember that. I'll just give you a quick glance here. You wrote it in your notebook. This is the LOS and HOS of all the groups in the P block. So it is very simple to remember. From group 13 to 17, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower oxidation state, and higher oxidation state will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from group 13 to 17 plus. So you have to remember this point. So once you know this lower oxidation state and higher oxidation state of each element, then I told you this is the trick. What is the trick? Lower oxidation state stability increases down the group, higher oxidation state stability decreases down the group. So how does this take place? We will take an example and explain. You can also get a concept question in any of your class test, or even in your board exam also you will have a test. You will have a question like this. Why NS2 electrons are inert in the P block elements? So you have to explain. Mostly they may ask you in 3-mark questions if it is elaborate. If it is asked in 1-mark question, you can simply write due to inert pair effect. If it is asked in 3-mark questions, you have to explain in detail. Now we will explain in detail. Suppose if you take an example of group 13 element like this, you can take any group. In the previous class, I told you how to write the electronic configuration of various elements in various groups of the P block. So like that, you have to write the electronic configuration for all the elements. Now, if you look at this, you can see that in the boron, that is +1, LOS is nothing but number of electrons in the p orbital of the valence shell. HOS is nothing but the total of s and p electrons present in the valence shell. Okay, so LOS for boron is +1, HOS for boron is +3. Okay, now if you look at this boron +1, this 2p1 electron is shielded by the 2s electrons. I told you s orbital will have a strong shielding effect. That means this 2p1 is strongly shielded by the 2s electron. Therefore, the nucleus of the boron cannot attract the 2p1 electron. That means it is easily removed with less ionization energy. Therefore, B plus 1 will be easily formed, and therefore it is easily formed. Now if you take B plus 3, if you want to take +3, that means you have to remove this 2s2 electron also. If you see 2s2 electrons, before this you have 1s2 electrons. Again 1s2 has got a very strong shielding effect. 1s orbital will have a stronger shielding effect. That means these 2s electrons are strongly shielded when compared to the difference between 1s and 2s is 2s will have a greater shielding effect than 1s. Okay, so now I will just tell you what I explained you in the previous class itself. If you take tellurium, the 6p1 electron that is present here is shielded by the 6s2 electron. That means it is strongly shielded. That means it is loosely held. Therefore, it is easily removed, which means TL plus 1 can be easily formed. Therefore, it is more stable. Formation of TL plus is exothermic in nature. That is delta H is negative. Therefore, formation will be easy and therefore it will be more stable. When you want to push the 6s2 electron, if you want to remove the 6s2 electron, then there is a problem. What is that problem? Before the 6s, if you see 5d and 4f is there, and I told you d and f orbital will have poor shielding effect or screening effect. Therefore, the 6s2 electrons are tightly held by the nucleus of the tellurium atom. Therefore, the 6s2 cannot jump to this p orbital, and therefore +3 formation will be very difficult. So if you want to form +3 oxidation state for tellurium, that means you have to provide energy. So once you provide energy to the reactant, then the reaction will be generally endothermic in nature. That is, delta H will be positive. Therefore, this compound formation is not favored. That means TL plus 1 is more stable than TL plus 3. So the common question is you will get is which is more stable, TL plus 1 or TL plus 3. So you know that TL plus 1 is, that is TLCl is more stable. Okay, and this point, the 6p1 electron can be easily removed due to strong shielding effect, strong shielding of the 6s electrons. Therefore, LOS stability +1 is the LOS for this group. LOS stability increases down the group. So you need to remember this point. So with this, we'll just